Hey VC, what's up? It's me, yours truly. I am back to post a quick video here. This is going to be a quick recent finds video. Not a ton of stuff, really, just probably like what seven or so, six, seven records that I've picked up over the past week or two. Actually, probably longer than that. But I did also go to two concerts this past week and was able to get some autograph stuff. So I want to kind of share that really quick and just kind of some really quick stories there. And other than that, yeah, just want to kind of share a few things. Kind of keep an eye out too, because within the next, probably by Wednesday, I would say, I'm going to do something I haven't done in quite a while, which is a contest. I meant to do it back with my 500 subs and just didn't quite, get around to it and blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, I haven't had a contest in a while, so I'm definitely going to be doing one. And I've put together some pretty decent giveaways too, I think. So keep an eye out for that in the next day or two. But let's kind of jump right into it. I've still been, of course, collecting, CDs as I find them. I've especially been falling in love with the deluxe edition CDs, like, with the trifolds and those type of CDs. I don't know, just totally fell in love with those for some reason. But here are a couple that I wanted to share this time that were kind of some nice standout finds in my mind, which is Stevie Wonder's Fulfilling This First Finale with on the Japanese CD side. That was a really good find, as well as Alice Cooper School's Out. So that was kind of cool to find two of those in one of my local stores here, for only $5 a piece. I thought that was really, really awesome. So I always love finding the Japanese CDs as well as the deluxe version CDs. I think I'll do a video maybe sometime in the near future on those deluxe CDs as well, as I start to maybe kind of accrue a few more of them. Jumping into the vinyl, I did go to a record show this past weekend, and most record shows I go to this day, I really don't have a high expectation of really finding a lot of stuff. Typically, just between what I'm looking for, but I think even more importantly, the condition that I'm looking for it in, and of course the price, because like most of you guys, I don't have money just to throw on vinyl left and right. But I just usually just don't have an expectation of finding a lot. So I did find like three things at this show, which was pretty cool. So I was kind of excited about that. And here's one of them, which is Magic Sam. This is live at the Avant-Garde, 1968. Really cool find here because I'm a huge Magic Sam fan. Sorry about that. Definitely one of my top three blues artists, without question. I was somewhat familiar with this album because I recently put together a reel-to-reel tape of just a bunch of blues stuff that I like, and I recorded a bunch of songs off of this album from YouTube. So, I kind of had a feel for it. But yeah, after actually getting the chance to get it and really kind of sitting back and listening to both LPs, I mean, it's just really, really great stuff. And you guys know typically I don't like live albums, but this is definitely one that I love. And one of the things I like about Magic Sam Blues Band is probably my favorite album. If you're not familiar with him, listening to the song "What Have I Done Wrong" that's my jam by Magic Sam. But the thing I kind of really like about him is that, of course, I like the delivery and the feel of old down home blues. Your Howling Wolf, your Muddy Waters, Memphis Slim, Lightning Hopkins, just something, all of the greats, B.B. King, and so forth. So I like that. But one of the things that I don't like about modern day blues, just maybe give you a perfect example. I'm sure everyone's kind of been just a little bar somewhere where there's no big name band, maybe just kind of some local guys that just go there and play, little band they put together after work, and they're playing blues type stuff that's kind of blues / rock and rolly. And it's like, that's the kind of blues I can't stand. Like, it all sounds the exact same and all of that. And it's to me, the feeling I get sometimes is like, these are people that aren't really blues men that are just trying to play blues music. And it's not mine to judge, at all. That's just my feel. That's why I kind of don't like it, because it feels that way to me. But the one thing I like about Magic Sam is he's able to kind of take that kind of rocky, rock and rollish blues feel, and put those old time vocals on top of it. Like he does a great job of meshing those two worlds, and he's a bad boy. That's all I can say. So yeah, awesome, awesome, awesome finding that album there. Set this over here. Excuse me. The next two, if you guys remember a couple videos ago, I told you about how I was kind of going back to some of the 90s hip hop, something I was kind of getting into more. So I did pick up a copy of Nas-O-Matic, which is kind of a, pretty legendary album in the hip hop world. I think this was 92, 93-ish, maybe 94, somewhere around there. But yeah, just again, one of those classic hip hop records. So another nice pickup, as well as kind of some more 90s stuff here. Das Effects. This is Dead Serious. Another great album, another really, really fantastic band or group. And Das Effects was more of the kind of the creative side of hip hop at the time. Nas was a little more, kind of street messagey. He wasn't anywhere like in the gangster rap. I hate that term, but he wasn't that type of thing. But he was definitely had a little more of a serious tone to his lyrics about kind of like, this is what's going on in life. This is what's going on in the streets. This is what I struggle with, that type of thing. Where Das Effects was more so like, not playful is not the word, but just like creative, just let me see how I can make these sounds rhyme with these sounds and these words, just kind of tongue twisting things. And again, I don't want to say playful, but definitely a lot more entertaining type creativity, I think. So it was pretty cool to find a nice music on vinyl pressing of their album here. And of course, so some of their big songs, if you're not familiar with them, Mike Checker, They Want Effects. I especially love the remix version of They Want Effects, which is not on this album. But yeah, I mean, just again, another great classic hip hop album. And the only thing I pulled from this past record store day, which was the Golden Earring reissue of Moontan. I actually have a very nice original pressing of this, which I'm, still keeping. But since they had this Music on Vinyl pressing, I thought I would pick that up. But yeah, classic album, all kind of great stuff on this. I'm sure you guys are very familiar with it. But yeah, I had some credit at a local store, and this was, definitely a nice piece to add to the collection. So something else I picked up at the record show. Nice new copy of Motorhead Bomber. Nice sealed copy of that. For only $9 too, which was freaking fantastic. So that was pretty. No, $11. I'm sorry. So that was a great pickup. And again, just classic Motorhead. Just working on completing that collection. And last but not least, on the new pickup side, Johnny Robinson, Memphis High. And this was totally and completely a blind buy for me. I saw it was sealed. It only had $8 on there. And that cover alone just really kind of captured me. I was like, I got to check this out. And I was like, if I don't like it, I know I got a good friend that works at a record store who, loves all the old down home soul type of stuff from, early 60s all the way up through, late 80s going into the early 90s. So I thought, if I don't like it, I'm sure this is something he'll love. But it ended up being pretty cool. There was a guy standing right beside me when I was talking about it, and he was telling me a few tracks off of it that he thought was okay. But I've only listened to kind of 2 songs so far, so I really can't say anything about the entire album yet. But what I've heard so far has been pretty cool. It's just like kind of some, Don Hathaway type of soul era. But some interesting stuff there as well. So those were the new finds. Now, as far as the autograph stuff or some autograph things I picked up, 2 concerts I went and saw. One was Metal Church, which was really cool. I mean, you guys know they have been around since forever, ever. And it was really neat because the place where they were playing, it's a bar called, kind of a bar slash venue called Foo Bar, which of course you can come up with a better name for a place to a metal type of venue. And that place actually shares a wall with a record store called Music Record Shop, which is a record store I talk about quite a bit. And so the guys, when they, were there earlier or whatever, and I happened to be over at the record shop, and they actually came over to the record shop, which was really cool. And they were just kind of browsing around, looking for music and this and that. And so it's just kind of very easy for us to walk up and like, hey, blah, blah, blah. So the two pieces that I had already, because it seems like this stuff doesn't pop up just everywhere, but this is their music on vinyl pressing of Blessing in Disguise. As you can see there, Kurt and Mike's signature on that, which was kind of cool. So again, just kind of seeing these guys just from so long ago, and you see them today, and it's just like, God, where are the years going? So it's really kind of cool to meet them and have an opportunity to get a signature there. And again, this just kind of being done as we're, just browsing through the record stacks and just kind of, checking things out. So that was really cool. And then the same thing on this one here. Except I don't think Mike was in the band on this album, so I didn't have him sign it. So it's kind of a weird thing, I guess, sometimes if you start getting a bunch of signatures on albums of people that weren't in the band or didn't play on that album. That's kind of weird to me sometimes. So, so I didn't get Mike's signature on this one, but still got Kurt's there, which is kind of cool. So those were two really cool signatures. And of course, the concert was great. And so it was kind of a little bit of a smaller venue. So it was really kind of intimate. And they had a ton of bands that opened. Oh my gosh, there had to be 5 bands. And I didn't realize which really ticked me off because I didn't bring these albums. But I guess the current drummer for Metal Church used to be a drummer in Wasp. What's his name? I'm going brain dead. So I wish I would have recognized that because, of course, I would have taken my Wasp albums down there and had him sign, oh well, stuff happens. But still, great show. Got a chance to see him. Really cool. And then 4 days later, there was another show, which was Death Angel and Overkill. I've seen Death Angel before, so it was kind of cool seeing them again. Another band that opened in front of them, too, was called Mothership, which was also a really cool band. A 3-piece from Dallas. Was it Dallas or Austin? I think it was Dallas. A 3-piece, very, very kind of they are a metal band, so just keep that cloth. They are a metal band, but if you really kind of start like looking inside what they do, it's almost like a psychedelic ish Zeppelin playing metal, playing in a metal way type of thing. So yeah, they were a really cool band. First time I ever seen them. Again, they called Mothership. Then of course Death Angel. They're always great. Those guys come on stage and go a million miles an hour from the first moment and played a great set. And then of course Overkill. And this was my first time seeing Overkill, which was really nice. So again, great show. Bobby still has it. His pipes are the exact same. And they came out and tore it up too. So afterwards, I was just kind of hanging. Actually, I was standing near the DJ booth, so I saw the set list. So when I saw they were going towards the last song of the set list, of course, I brought my vinyl. And so I just ran out of the venue, went all the way to my car, got my vinyl, came back, and I'm just like camped out by the bus. So a few people show up there after the show and kind of standing around the bus, and then Bobby comes walking out, and people, immediately start screaming, Bobby, Bobby, and he's like, give me 1 second to change clothes, and I'll be right back out. And sure as crap, like he went in, changed his clothes, and he came right back out, and it was so cool because he stayed out there the entire time, took pictures with everyone, signed everything, the whole 9. Matter of fact, before he walked off, I remember him like actually checking in with the people that were still there, and he's like, everyone get their pictures? everyone get their signatures. Like, he's like, I'm not gonna leave until everyone gets to, which, again, when you've dealt with some of the people I have in the past, like, you know, I won't mention any names, Gary Newman, what a jerk he was, but yeah, it was really kind of cool to see that, and just, you know, laughing and joking and just being his regular obnoxious self the whole time, and, you know, the good obnoxious that you actually like. So it was a blast getting the chance to meet him and just hang out there. I mean, it was just really cool. But anyway, so I was one of the first people right up front, and I took my entire Overkill collection there, vinyl wise. So I figured, well, let me just pull out like 5 of my records, and that way, you know, I don't want to take up all the time, and, you know, because again, you know, I know he has a bunch of people he's dealing with in the crowd too. So I was like, let me just take out 5. So I took out my 5. I got 5 albums signed, and then we're sitting there talking, and other people had brought CDs and stuff. And oddly enough, nobody brings pens. Like, everyone's bringing all this stuff to sign, and nobody had a pen. So I'm like, you know, using my mark. I'm like, come on, people, be prepared. These guys don't walk around with pins hanging all out of their, you know, like those jeans are too tight to put any pins inside of them. But so I'm sitting there doing that as well. And again, Bobby's just hanging out. So I'm like, well, wait a second. If we're still just hanging out and almost everyone's got their stuff done, could you do the rest of my albums? He's like, yeah, sure. And so he signed all of them, which was freaking awesome. So, I mean, just to kind of give you a quick glance, I won't go through each one, especially 'cause it's probably not going to show up that well on camera anyway. But, you know, there's, you know, Bobby's signature there. And so, yeah, so I had him sign my Taking Over. And this was cool, too, of course. This is a very nice original Megaforce pressing. So to get Bobby's signature on that was pretty cool. And here, let me just run through these really quick. And then, of course, Under the Influence. Another nice Megaforce pressing. Horoscope. From the Underground and Below. Overkill. Again, signature right there. Bloodletting. Killbox. Relics there. Ironbound. I see some of these aren't showing up that well on video. And the grinding wheel. Or the grinding wheel, I'm sorry. So, you know, that was pretty cool. Just not only getting all that stuff signed, but just, you know, getting the chance just to kind of hang out there and everyone just kind of, you know, shooting the crap with Bobby. It was pretty awesome. And there was this one group that was there, or these people that were there, who had seen Overkill like 20 something years ago. It was a long time ago, like 24, 25 years ago. And they had a picture of the 3 of them and Bobby. And of course, they're all like young as heck. Bobby, like he was 19 in the picture. So part of what they wanted to do was to recreate the same picture. And, you know, they showed it to Bobby and some other photos, and he signed their old photos and blah, blah, blah. But they all kind of got together in the same positions and took the picture again. So it was pretty cool. It was definitely a cool thing. Great show. So if you get to see him on this tour, you know, it's definitely worth it. But anyway, so yeah, that's kind of some recent finds, recent things that have been going on. My next show up, I think, is Judas Priest. So looking forward to seeing them for the first time. But yeah, other than that, as always, guys, let me know what you think, and we will talk to you soon. All right, take care, VC.